what's up, y'all? Welcome. We're out here with some wonderful people in San Antonio, Texas. Chris from the Meat Puppets. How you doing? Good. Good. Nice shirt you got on today. Wonderful Austin, kind of San Antonio, Texas vibe. Good guys. And Skate Nick's here as well. We gotta love Texas stuff. How do you guys like in Texas so far?
Actually, Kurt and I were born in Texas.
Yeah?
Kurt, our guitar player, my brother, and I were both born in Texas. And what can I say?
Couldn't like it so much you had to go to Arizona.
Yeah. Well, Mom was, and it was a free-floating, vacuum-resistant fungal spore. That's where the wind blew her.
So you don't get out to Arizona that much anymore, do you?
No, we're there, every third semester or whatever.
You worked with Paul Leary from Texas on some producing. How was it like working with him? Did y'all get to pick him out and work with him?
No, we were made to do that. We were made to do that by very powerful people with a very long and insinuating grasp and the ability to actually control our lives from afar as if we were nothing more than a malleable piece of chaff in their all-consuming grasp.
Like raw meat.
And Paul is a very little man. It's a very spiteful, hateful man. A lot of problems, and he's going to need a lot of therapy.
Is that much like Dave Jordan, perhaps?
Now, Dave Jordan is a swell guy. He's a good guy. Paul is a saint. Saint Paul, or Master, as I call him. No, working with Paul was a treat. We've known the Butthole Surfers. We first met Gibby and Paul in '81, I think, when they made their first trip out to the West Coast, and they knew some folks that we knew, and they stayed with us, and got to be friends with them from that, and then hung out with them again in '82 when we first came this way, first time we played down this way, and just kept in touch and whatnot. You meet the band, and he's known them forever, and was always really impressed with his studio prowess and whatnot, while maintaining a really funny and open state of mind. He also was getting all this really handy technical reality down.
Yeah, his History of Dogs is so
great record. And he's just because he taught himself how to work all those machines and everything. He knows what's up in his studio, and he's a tasteful enough guy with enough discriminating considerations, so he's able to. I like this kind of an EQ specifically, rather than just like I like these EQ settings. I like this particular brand of this machine, that kind of thing.
You got the sound you're looking for.
You brought that to the project. We're looking for whatever happens. That's what Meat Puppets trip is all about. We just settle out what we did. And but I liked what he did definitely. And he's a close friend. He really was fun.
There you go. That helps.
And since he was such a good friend, plus. Like he really loves the band. We also did, some covers for him. We wound up releasing them on a 10-inch vinyl version.
Raw Meat?
Yeah.
The great Marty Robbins stuff.
Right, and that stuff was all done, A, because we liked it, and B, because Paul's then we were just beaming, and it made that kind of a studio environment really fun.
That's cool.
Okay, I'm on a major label budget, which is just something we've always wanted to do.
Right.
And you couldn't get two sicker batches of folks together with Butthole and Meat Puppets.
That's definitely true. I want to cut because I just feel like you need to be closer. So change your shot. Like if you were wide, go close. Right. Don't stop or anything. Just come up here to like one side or the other.
Right.
So you can get an angle shot because that'll be much better. And then like you can move it to one of us or the other.
Right.
So you're back to an opposite of what you had?
Yeah.
Let's see. So you had mentioned the molding and things before, being told which way to go and pointed in the right direction. Do you have choice in your...
By that I meant the Nixon administration.
Ah, gotcha. Do you have choice in your, shall we say, emphasis tracks from the records?
Hi, Dave! I'm doing a video interview! Yeah, we do. I mean, to a degree. We can lay in our room and kick our little heels up. Every 2.5, 3 hours, somebody comes in and changes our IDs. Powders us nice and fresh.
Oh, did you choose Backwater for the first single, and how about We Don't Exist for the second?
We get in on it. We had we have an opinion to a degree, and actually, but what we do is like hear what they say. I mean, because at that point, you get into like commerce and stuff. And we never gave that huge a rat's ass about that side of it.
Right.
We like to make the records.
That's
we always did.
Listening to the records, I hear a lot more songs that might be, better as far as catching someone's ear.
But Backwater did insanely well.
Right.
Backwater was just like done retardedly well.
I'm kind of wondering about We Don't Exist as a second.
But then you see how like a big part of it is like they don't, if you don't let them play ball with their thing, they're not gonna play ball with you or whatever. Right. So in a certain way, you're like, well, I have a really certain opinion about, like a specific opinion about this. They're like, I'll set it away and somewhere in there you just go, how much do I give a crap really about like which single gets pushed? And the next thing you know, I'm gonna be sitting there with a calculator going,
sure.
Wait a minute, I think you're wasting money on it. And
that's right.
And pretty soon, you just get bands that are just like this cheesy calculated crap. And so I mean, I really don't, we put in our 2 cents and we have a really nice relationship with the record company. And at this point, they push it how they do. If they're doing a shitty job and they choose the wrong songs, I can give a crap. I hope I fail.
There you go. You having fun on this tour? How long have you been on this tour?
I was having fun until I realized that we were playing with Stone Temple Pilots.
I was going to say, you stick around afterwards, man?
And that really bummed me out because they're really small people.
Yeah.
Bitter, mean-spirited, hateful, exploitative, capitalist pigs.
As opposed to Red Cross or
revolution comes, we'll see them shot. No, Red Cross are worse.
They're worse, huh?
Red Cross are some of the worst people I've ever come across in my life. I hate them.
Wow.
I hate Red Cross.
But it's a wonderful show. Lots of people see it.
Yeah, it's been a really cool tour. I mean, STP is a band that catches a lot of flack. You can tell. You can talk to them, and they're like, you get a lot of shit. And you're sitting there going, hey, also sold about 80 gajillion records. Like,
quickly.
Ooh, I'm.
Really breaks
a lot of flack is just like, poor you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go tell a Rwandan.
Right.
But I mean, as far as they're really professional. They do their thing. They play their
same set every night.
Probably they sneak something pretty close to things. It's sort of weird these days.
Yeah.
I mean, you start to see at these bigger shows where it's actually like, how do you put on shows in front of huge people? And that's something that we've seen on both sides of it. How do you have a record company that actually makes enough money so they can continue to put out records? How do you how much consideration can you actually give to the art as opposed to the financial side of things and whatnot? How many people can you put into a place and still go out and fucking and just do the same thing that you do in a bar?
Right. And it's sold out tonight.
You just see the different considerations and where the shaping aspects of what makes a band play the same set over and over again.
Right.
I mean, they got a really incredible light show. And there's a lot of money spent time, computer programming and thing.
We all know lights make a real concert.
They don't hurt. They really don't hurt. I mean, people can, there's these different things that are easy spots to make fun of, like, oh, they're not a real band, they got a nice light show. They sold too many records, so they're not a real band. But all these things, on the other hand, it's just like, well, they're also a real band because of those same things. You just get into these details, they're like,
sure.
This is where the rock line is.
Yeah, right.
Skippy and the jellyfish are over here.
Try to blur that.
Murray and the Del tones are over here, whatever. It's like, who gives a crap? Once again, like I'm hoping to fail, I'm also hoping that people don't like me.
Speaking of liking and not liking,
I mean, if they don't like the people that I do, good. If they don't like the STP, that's what's I don't care. See where I'm coming from.
Do you listen to your own records after you record them? You listen to it back?
Yeah.
Got any favorite songs?
No, I listen to them after we've done them a few times, And every now and then I'll hear something that we did ages ago. I won't go back that much. They're all fine. They're fine. It's more like just work that I did. I do it, then I put it away, and then if I see it again later, wow, I did that. That's neat, And then you look back and go, man, I did that when I was younger. Wasn't I retarded then? Aren't I still retarded? I'm so retarded now. How could I have done anything then?
With the small amount of retardation you were feeding on at the time.
Just building and building and building into an never-ending free flow of pure insipidity.
There you go.
Brainless.
Did you catch the
to boot?
Did you catch the spin quote from Bob Guccione? The Nirvana song "Lake of Fire."
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, kind of amusing.
A typo.
Typo, sure.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. You guys chose to do a second version of "Lake of Fire" on the on the album.
Yeah.
Kind of hidden back there on the album.
And then the next thing you know, the guy wants to, play it on TV. Right. And we'd already recorded the other version. We also did Up in the Sun, doing acoustic, just rehashing our old crap. And
we love to hear that.
When we were young. We were trying to cash in on that acoustic damage.
Oh, sure. Unplugged.
Eric Clapton, money, we fall out of big buildings, money.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
There's a link.
It's math. It's all the math, though. I get confused.
Do you happen to sing on all the songs you write? The 2 songs on the new record. How much singing do you like to do?
Yeah, no, that's me on all of it, on my songs. Yeah.
Every one you write, you sing.
I don't sing on most of the crap I write. Most of the crap I write winds up at home in the box because it gets back to like, do you listen to the crap you do?
There you go.
I do it, and I'm fortunate to be in a band with my brother who's motivated enough to actually get the work out. Because I wouldn't even bother naming a band or anything. I could sit at home. I could fucking live with mommy and having all the studio toys, for all. But I mean, if I'd have been named Waldo, had a fucking forehead built out of Robert Stack. So I do all this other crap that just sits at home. And, Kurt writes these nice whole songs, and I write a little this and that. I finally decided, well, I'll write something too.
Yeah.
I've contributed to his songs and stuff. I'm just an unmotivated, lazy, irresponsible human being.
Before you're in the Meat Puppets. I've got your earlier SST videos, and let's just say they were on a smaller budget than the latest videos you've done. What did you find more interesting to do? Not really.
No,
you must go away with
videos were incredibly expensive.
Were they?
Millions.
The Backwater is shot
We made that at home. My mom made that. My mom made that. She didn't even use a video camera. That's made with cookie dough.
Mayonnaise.
And motherly love.
And Sam was made with drool.
Yeah, Sam was carved from the loins of the earth and hewn from the living rock.
Let's see, do you think videos, such as that have like a great deal to do with new people seeing you, because you guys have been around way over MTV, 10 years,
Yeah, MTV is definitely a very powerful force in, exposing people and whatnot. And then videos have been much maligned, but I think any art form can be maligned. There are people that have, Andrei Segovia, the renowned classical guitarist, found the electric guitar to be an abomination and didn't even consider the electric bass, and saw the plectrum as the ultimate bastardization. So just a guitar pick, because the guitars with touchscreen instruments are essentially percussive instruments. Right. And so it just depends on where do you draw the line. What do you consider viable artistically or not? And as the cool guy Republic says, as the millennium monstrosity of fucking horror and wonder, feces, love that we are. Anything's okay as long as it's us doing it. That's what our church has always been. That's why we're still together. We're still making music and art we want to make, we still want to make art and crafts, but we just never did anything except what we wanted to. So videos aren't any problem. Kurt and I always made movies and shit as kids, and so just like
cover
drawing,
songs,
the painting, and all that crap, and like cover songs.
Yeah,
it's the same thing again.
You do Marty Robbins, and
everything.
Any number of things.
Texas.
Jimi Hendrix.
Texas. We've done some Hendrix. We're gonna do a lot of Jimi Hendrix guys. We've done Hendrix. We've done a Hendrix influence, ZZ Top.
There you go.
CZ.
It's the Texas in you.
The Texans in this. There's a crap load of great music out of Texas.
Yeah, there is.
Crap load. George Jones is flat out a big artist.
Big guy.
And when you get someone like that who's such a dominant vocalist, such a good singer, that you get, it's like Elvis, and you have a ton of songs about you get, and artists that don't write that much of their own material, you get professional songwriters giving them this material in the way you see with George and Elvis. I think singers that were both able to sing that well, they have a pretty good view of the way of life, to get to that kind of depth of whatever. that they get they choose. It affects the kind of material that they choose. So they got this cool song that's on the bar album too.
Yeah.
And along with just everything else.
Yeah, it's. I imagine it'd be pretty hard to write about your life doing songs. I've never known it as not being a musician, but to sing things that you think and feel in front of total strangers. But apparently that's the way it goes. People like that. But people like that. It's bearing your soul in front of hundreds of people, thousands, and writing your feelings.
I don't never. We're not getting near that. I want to see that.
So how long are you going to be touring? How much longer are you on tour for? What do you plan to do afterwards?
We're going to tour until May 11th, 1964. And then we're going to reconstitute as a band.
Reconstitute such as in juice?
Knocking the wild concert.
I don't have my glasses on. I didn't see what it was. Ladies and gentlemen, it's David Letterman.
Well, man, I guess we'll let you go. Thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us. And best of luck till 64, the end of the tour.
And I just like to...
The things that go on.
Your tax dollars, hard at work. I'd just like to say that, if I could, Paul Leary, if you're listening, please, just get help. Just somewhere.
Thanks, man.
Teasing Paul, opportunities for picking on Paul.
Paul's a big fan of the show. Watches all the time. We're going to play this video for Paul. See you. Now just going to put some IDs and you'll be done.
Just generic?
Just for introducing yourself and you're watching rAwTiMe.
Check out these guns. Check out the body on this kid. Hi everybody, I'm Chris from the Meat Puppets, and you're tuned in to the very finest that TV has to offer. rAwTiMe.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.